Hello, my tubies, my TikTokers. It's SheilaTruelove here, and I just want to share a video with you explaining and showing you exactly why I believe in miracles. Yes, I do. I believe in miracles with everything that I am, and here's why.
Wat ek nou gaan speel, ongelooflike getuienis.
Hold
Dit
on.
het my vanoggend diep geraak.
The year was 1969. Ivy Olson, a recently divorced and struggling young mother, was moving into a modest one-bedroom apartment with her two sons. Money was tight, and Ivy had trouble making ends meet, even with her job in a doctor's office. Her situation became particularly troubling during the holidays.
One of the hardest Thanksgivings I ever have had was Thanksgiving after I was divorced. Waking up for Thanksgiving, realizing that nobody had invited us to their home. The only food we had in the home were 3 hot dogs, and it was an overwhelming feeling of what have I gotten into, and how am I going to get out of this? I was down. I really felt despair.
Ivy put on a brave face for her children and took them to a local park, hoping that the boys would have a fun day, even if they couldn't have a real Thanksgiving dinner.
Coming back from our little picnic, though, I can remember the boys saying, "Mom, we're so hungry." And I knew there was absolutely no money, no food, nothing. I don't think I've ever felt so alone as I did coming back, wondering, how are we going to do this? How am I going to do this?
But as she started up the stairs to her apartment, something incredible occurred.
Honey! And this little old lady came out of the bottom apartment, and she says, "Oh, honey,
I cooked Thanksgiving dinner for you and the boys."
and I'm just looking at her. I'd never seen her before. It was just a complete stranger.
Oh no, we couldn't impose.
But the woman was so insistent that they join her for dinner that Ivy couldn't refuse.
Okay. Let us.
The woman's invitation was a prayer answered. Entering the apartment, Ivy felt immediately at home.
And it was all dimly lit, and the kitchen table was just loaded with food, and she was just so incredibly sweet.
See, we're gonna have to carve a turkey.
Her presence was like electricity. She had a sparkle in her eyes. There was life in her. You know how in the presence of some people you feel so absolutely comfortable? That was what she created that evening for us. Food, yes, lots of it. But for me, and the loneliness that I felt, what she gave to me was unconditional love. And it was just one of the most special evenings that I have ever spent in my whole life.
As Ivy and her sons were leaving, the neighbor presented them each with a gift.
Thank you so much.
But they also left with something they desperately needed.
Food, loads of leftovers. I mean, we had food for a week. If you can compare how I started in the morning with that total feeling of despair and loneliness and not good enough, to ending up feeling I'm okay, I'm worthwhile, I'm a good mom, it was a miracle.
The unexpected act of kindness had given her a new lease on life. But the next day, Ivy was in for an even bigger surprise. This Thanksgiving was not just a random act of kindness by a thoughtful neighbor.
I got all my containers to take them down to my new friend, and went down there and knocked on the door, and there was no answer. And I looked through the windows, and the place was absolutely dark and not one piece of furniture in there. I mean, even today I get goosebumps when I think back on just seeing that empty apartment. And it was like, uh-oh, something's going on here.
Shocked and confused, Ivy immediately contacted the apartment manager.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
And I go, where's the little old lady that was in that apartment?
15's been vacant for 10, 12 weeks now.
And I said to him, no, you don't understand. I had dinner there last night, Thanksgiving dinner. And he gave me this weird look, like maybe I should be in an institution or a hospital.
Ivy, are you feeling okay?
And I remember just looking at him, absolutely knowing that a miracle had happened in my life. And I just thanked him, turned around, and walked up those steps to my apartment.
Oh, honey, I cooked Thanksgiving dinner for you and the boys.
As she returned to her home, Ivy began going over the events of the previous evening in her mind. And suddenly she realized the woman had known personal things about her that she couldn't possibly have known, like her favorite food.
Potato salad?
And the fact that she worked in a doctor's office.
Do you like your job at the doctor's office?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Well, I just know.
I often wonder why I didn't pick up at the actual dinner that this was an angel.
Well, we're gonna have some good food.
I think one of the most important things about my dinner with an angel is that out of my 57 years of living on this earth, that 1.5 hours of being loved unconditional has changed my life so drastically. Can you imagine what it would be like if us earth angels gave some of that unconditional love away? It can make a total difference. Thank you so much.
Now tell me, how beautiful is that?
Môre
That
julle.
is just so beautiful.
As jy voel vandag
Hold
jy
on,
wil
guys.
opgee.
Hold on. I'm going to turn this around so you can see me. I hope this works because I don't know how it's going to work right now. But anyway, I wanted to share that video with you. And I have to work this camera a certain way because this is a different phone. But the thing is, do you see how beautiful and how Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit works? And the reason why I know that these beautiful things do happen for real, is because I remember when I was in a really bad situation and I needed money for rent. And it miraculously, and I'm serious, I was like, how in the hell did this money pop in my mailbox? It was a check with the amount of money that I needed, the exact amount of money that I needed for my rent. And I also recall another time when I was so broken and I was so tired, you know, because I never signed up to be nobody's single mother, never. You know, I was married when I had my children, and I ended up being a baby mama, whatever the hell that's about. But I was tired, I was broken, I was worn out, and I remember I just laid between these two cars on the ground in the street. I was just so done. And I don't remember, but I ended up in a nice diner having a conversation with this wonderful, it was a man, and this person revived me. They spoke life into me. And I don't even remember how I got home. And this wasn't no drinking or no blackouts. No, this was, it was amazing. And then I remember other incidents where I was in a position where someone wanted to hurt me. And I think there must have been like an angel behind me with a big old dagger looking at this person. And angels do exist. And I know it's real. And I just had to share this with you. So, you know, when you're finding yourself going through hard times, please, please do what Jehovah wants you to do. And that's turn to his son, Jesus Christ. Please. And Jesus will come through for you. He just wants you to have some faith in him. Faith and trust. It's real, babies. It's real. I know I sound like a person who should be in a sanitarium somewhere, but I don't even know how to really, oh, child, please. It is just so real. Anyway, I love you. And I want you to have a great day. Bye.